What's up, guys? So here we are with another day of On Top Garage. So I'm taking you guys on a little update. It's been a while since I actually took a video, so I just want to show you guys around. I want to let you know that we've been moving things around, constantly doing things. It's not like we've been just taking a break. I wanted to wait till it was a perfect timing to update another video. First and foremost, I want to let you guys know that every video that I do take and make, it is a learning process. I am taking, I'm taking the next step into diving into that piece of work that I'm, interested in, and I'm taking you guys along with me. So with all that said, let's get into today's video. So we still have a lot of things going on in this garage, but as you can tell, there's a few things that's moved around and a few things that's been added. Now we actually have a workbench to, get into things a little more. As you can tell, I already started, taking things down and taking them apart. So it's already being utilized, but before we get started with today's video, I will go ahead and clean all that up. Now I was able to put both of my toolboxes, which in previous videos they were right here. That box is actually a secret for next future videos, and I was able to add actual loft, which is not decent yet. It's just storing some of my big items, so for like exhaust and welding, stuff like that, and for the BMW and also my Genesis and some other cars like my brother's. We do have some tires up there that are actually bald, but I might just have fun with them before they get replaced. My plan is to build a tire rack somewhere, hopefully up here, so I can start mounting tires in sections up here on the wall. But for now, they're just up there just to clear up some space as I was moving things around. I'm pretty happy with how everything came out. I could utilize some more outlets now if I want to go welding and stuff. And I actually was able to set up my gift that I had prior a few years ago. It's a nice MIG welder, and then I have the tank set up down here all hooked up. So hopefully in future videos and stuff like that, I was dialing the setup in a couple weeks ago, just practicing, for future projects. But I can't wait to get started for other things. One video I will be updating. I was welding these exhausts. These are actually flux welds, so they're not the prettiest. This one actually had a huge gap, so I had to cut up some piece of metal. Now that I have a workbench, I will be able to do 10 times better. But I have a new plan, for this coming up. So stay tuned for that video. But that is not for today. So let me go ahead and clean all this up, just so we have a nice working area. As you can tell, my old workbench is also being stored. Again, this is the reason why I didn't want to make a video, because I know that everything's a mess and I'm still moving things around accordingly. So everything is still a mess over here, which it will be for the time being. But, let you guys know, just everything is coming along. Alright guys, so this is what we have in store for today. If you guys don't know, this is DND Performance Interior. We have some cool stuff for today. Starting out with a sweet steering wheel. I ordered this a few months ago. Sorry, I have need both hands. So this is the steering wheel we got for the Genesis. It is going to be quick release. I also ordered the quick release from DND also, and that's with this box right here. So we got cool things that we're going to be taking care of. This is I went with blue, just so there's not too much red. You know, I want it this way when you look at the car, so this will stand out when you're sitting in the driver's seat or looking outside the seat, in the car at the seat. But as you can tell, the package is really nice. I like how they have the boxes. It's like, you know, buying a pair of shoes or something. Of course, it comes with the cool DND stickers for the interior. Also comes with a nice air freshener, I believe, and the stuff for the horn that we're not going to be using since we have the quick release. Once you install the quick release, you lose the ability for the horn. As cool as this is a carbon fiber horn, they do give you a carbon fiber quick release. So I think that's pretty sweet. And then of course in this one, I did not go through DND for their short hub. I actually had this one prior, sitting around for the Genesis before I knew DND had theirs. So we're going to go ahead and install this. So of course, this hooks up to the car first. You adapt this to this, and then this goes to the steering wheel, just like that, of some sort. Of course, what we're going to need, a breaker bar, a Phillips screwdriver, of course, and then actually a flathead, sorry, and then maybe a Phillips screwdriver, and then I want to say a 24 or a 22, but I brought 21. But if I am wrong with three sockets, I'll let you guys know before the end of the video. So let's get this thing started. So it was actually around like about 5:30, and you could tell how dark it is. My car has actually been sitting at the end of the driveway for a couple of days due to the fact that I have a few projects, as you could tell, I'm working on out there. So I've been waiting to see, I've been waiting to install these parts until the perfect time, but today is a good day. So as you can tell, she's been sitting on the curbside for a couple of days. Dirty, of course. And as you can tell, my flash just went out. Okay, so from the outside looking in, this just is a quick review before we start taking things apart. As you could tell, the airbag is already disconnected and removed. Of course, I started that before I started this video. I was selling things off of it. I was trying to get rid of the steering wheel because I knew I was getting my aftermarket steering wheel in, so I figured I might make some of the cost back. The guy didn't want the whole steering wheel, he just needed the airbag. I was a little questionable about it, but hey, he paid, and that's cool for me. So as you can tell, I do have the red interior, so I figured the nice little blue asset would just like perfectly give it that nice little touch for now. But of course, we got cool things coming installed for this car. But let's get started. So of course, I was correct. Well, out of three sockets, I was correct. It was a 22. So I'm going ahead and take that bolt off. I have my breaker bar. Everything's all set. If I can get it on there, I might need two hands. Yeah. See if I can do it. Yeah, there we go. All right. Yep. All right. So we're all good. So of course, when you do loosen this up, you don't want to loosen up all and take the bolt all the way off, because you do have to bang this and take it off. So you don't want the steering wheel hitting you up in the face. But we're the hard part should be pretty much done. I think the airbag was the hardest part. Pretty much to get to the airbag, there's two screws behind here. If I have a flashlight, sorry, yeah, there's two screws right there. It's like a T40, I believe, or a T35. Right back there. There you go. One on each side. You just spin them out just a little bit. The bolts do not come out all the way, and then you take a flathead and get in between the airbag and the plastic. You don't have to go too rough. Just pry on it and grab it with your fingers, and it should come right back, come out for you. And then of course you have your positive and your ground or so. Unpull that, you know, take a flathead, pop these yellow tabs out on both of them, and then you should be able to unhook it, and you're all good to go. So I think I'm pretty much set. As you can tell, the steering wheel is a little beat. I always liked it because it was small for the OEM steering wheel. So that's why I never replaced it as of a necessity. But now since we started going through interior of the car, you know, I might do some gauges. Those gauges are actually broken. I have 2 of them. Innovative, I believe, and that was supposed to be auto meter, SRT, or auto meter gauge out of a SRT, of course, SRT4. And as you can tell, where the needle sits at a 10 miles 10 vac, it was just always incorrect. So make sure you watch out if you are looking at a boost gauge. Make sure it's sitting at the correct 0. There's a little glare right there. Yeah, make sure it's sitting at 0. This was sitting at 10, but I couldn't get a refund. But that's beside the point. Alright, I'm sorry for the lighting, guys. I'm trying to do my best of the job. This is very easy. Of course, you have to remove the auto turn signal reset, which is right here. Of course, it just pops right out. Pretty much what this does is when you have the set, you know, it will reset it back once you do a full turn. You can't use that if you have aftermarket steering wheel, which is fine. It's not necessary for me. So of course, all this will get tucked back in there. There's 3 screws, of course, 2, one on the one on the left side, the one on the right side, and there's one right in the middle. And it goes right into the actual steering column. Adjust the tilt and steer. All right, so we're about to put everything back on and see how everything works. All right, guys, so overall this is a very easy process. It actually took me a little bit longer than it should have. The bolt that you take off with the 22 mil to take off the stock steering wheel, remember not to lose it. You know, I went ahead and put it down and I couldn't find it, and it took me a lot longer than I thought to find it, and of course it was right below my feet. But anyways, so here we are with the actual spline that goes to the car. This is actually the opposite of a quick release, NRG quick release, so it goes that way instead of towards you. But anyways, I'm putting the bolts in. These are Allen key bolts. They just go, there's like a 6 star pattern, and that bolts to the hub. Once I go ahead and do that, and then I would go ahead and put the steering wheel and bolt that to the other side of the quick release, and we should be all set to go. Put the top part on here, and this thing will look like better than it did OEM. All right, so here we are. This is the finished product. I still got a few things I got to finish up, which is just putting in a few of the bolts, but I just wanted to let you know how easy this install is, as long as you have 3 pieces, the hub, the quick release, or you don't need a quick release if you don't like. You can get an actual base stand and then the steering wheel, of course. Without the 3, you know, you would have an issue of connecting them, but there's plenty of videos. DND themselves have videos online of what the parts you need to install, but it's a very nice feature. You can see the blue there. I think it's going to be a first nice addition to upgrading the interior here. But thanks for watching the video. Go ahead and try it out yourselves. Get one, you know, for your Genesis or any other car you guys have out there. Don't be afraid to take on new challenges. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys on the next one.